What's going on, everybody? American Football Network here with another video today. Today, we're bringing you our Iowa State, Kansas State preview prediction. But before we get started, help me hit that goal of 1,000 subs by the end of August. Check out the description for links to our shop, podcast, and our website. You can find all those in the description. But let's go ahead and jump in to today's video. So, week 0 of college football is here. Game is in 2 days from today, and it's going to be a good one. Is a ranked matchup opening week kicking off in Ireland. Iowa State, ranked 22nd in the country, facing off against the 17th ranked Kansas State Wildcats. A Big 12 matchup game, as well as you see here the ESPN matchup predictor, 62.3% chance for Kansas State to win, 37.7% for Iowa State. You look on the betting side of things, Kansas State is favored by a field goal in this one with the over-under set at 51.5. So yeah, we'll get back to that later. In this one, as I will pick the game. But looking at Iowa State coming into this game, they returned 6 starters on offense, 6 starters on defense, particularly Rocco Beck and Carson Hansen, quarterback running back duo for the Hawkeyes. Matt Campbell going into his 10th season as the head coach at Iowa State. He's 64-51 in his career there. And they're coming off a good season last year, 11-3 overall, 7-2 in the Big 12. Lost to Texas Tech 23-22, lost to Kansas 45-36, but had some good wins. They beat Miami in the Pop-Tarts Bowl last year 42-41, and got blown out in the Big 12 championship against Arizona State 45-19 last year. But some good wins. They had a good win at Iowa, won that one 20-19. So this is a pretty solid football team that they bring back. I expect Iowa State to be a solid team. I think they'll be finish the season ranked in the 20s somewhere. Um, but I think that it'll be a good season for them. And then you look on the other side for Kansas State, returning 5 starters on offense. At quarterback, they got Avery Johnson, as he's going to be one of the top quarterbacks coming back this year in college football. A little bit of a struggle season for him, but a very talented guy nonetheless. Can kill you in the pass game and the run game, and they're coming off a solid season themselves. Not quite as good as as Iowa State, but a solid season. 9-4 overall, 5-4 in the Big 12. They did lose at Iowa State last year, 29-21. But had a nice one early on in the season at Tulane, won that one 34-27. So they had some decent wins in there, some bad losses for sure. But they're a solid football team. As Chris Kleiman going into his 7th year there, he's 48-28 in his career. Um, So now let's dive into this game. I think this is going to be a big game. I think there's going to be a lot of offense in this one. I think the defenses are going to struggle out of the gate when you look at this one. And going back to the spread, I had the spread Kansas State -3, favored by a field goal. In this one, I'm taking Kansas State to cover that. I think they're going to win this game 31-27 is my pick, which would hit the over as well. 51.5. So that's my picks for this game. I think Kansas State's the better football team. I think they're gonna beat Iowa State. I just excuse me, don't think Iowa State returns enough production at the wide receiver core. Not a whole lot there as wide receivers. I mean, Xavier Townsend pretty solid at wide receiver, but not a whole lot for the Hawkeyes on the receiving end. And I think that Kansas State is going to be able to run this football right at him, with Dylan Edwards as well at running back. I think he's going to be a big factor in this game. I think him and Avery Johnson mixing it up on the ground for the Wildcats is going to be the formula for success in this game over in Ireland. So I have Kansas State winning this one 31-27. And that's going to wrap up today's video. Drop down in the comments and let me know who you guys have winning this one.